Hi, and welcome to City Happenings. I'm Mayor David Black. Papillion continues to grow while maintaining its status as one of the best places to live in America. Papillion offers much to its residents so they can live, work, and play. For more about Papillion, here's City Happenings.
Thanks, Mayor Black. For the third consecutive year, Papillion hosts the swearing in of new American citizens on Constitution Day.
2. Oath. Right. Ace. One. Out.
I want to thank the Historical Society for bringing it here. And I can tell you from a city's perspective, it is an honor and a privilege to have a ceremony like this. Papillion's about 150 years old. Our roots are immigration. German and French is really who immigrated here and made Papillion. But I look at the list of the countries that are here, and I just think of the culture and the background and the perspectives you bring. It just makes us that much richer. And I'll just share a couple of personal stories. My parents are in assisted living, and I know a lot of the workers there. Togo is there, Sudan is there. I just get to know a lot of the workers in the assisted living, and those people are making a real difference in the community. And I just want to thank you for being here, and thank the Historical Society for bringing it to Papillion, and just say welcome. And I can imagine this is probably one of the biggest days of your life, so congratulations.
I became an American 25 years ago in a ceremony in downtown Omaha, having married an Omaha native. So I've been here ever since, and I would congratulate you not on just becoming Americans, but on becoming Nebraskans, because this is a very fine state, and I hope that you will find in the years ahead reason to stay here. As of this moment, you inherit entirely and equally the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that have long made this nation a magnet for people all over the globe. There is no probationary period. You do not have to wait to vote. Sarpy County Election Commissioner is right here. She'll sign you up today. You may speak freely. You may write freely. You may assemble freely. You may worship God as you please, or not at all. You may approach the government for redress if you feel unjustly treated. All this you may do, as of this moment, without fear that the government, whose members you will choose, will retaliate against you. These and many other rights are guaranteed to you as Americans. May your numerous descendants have reason to remember with reverence this day when you spoke the oath of allegiance and laid the first stone in the edifice of their freedom and liberty. May God bless America.
We told you earlier about the updating of all the traffic lights on South 84th Street from West Center Road in Omaha to Schramm Road right here in town. This project is not a burden on Papillion's resources or upkeep.
An interlocal agreement, a memorandum of understanding with the city of Omaha. They will do all the maintenance work on that. Obviously, there will be a cost associated with that for the city of Papillion.
Crews have been working at the intersections, recently installing the computerized adaptive traffic light system.
As part of this project, they are essentially gutting the entire cabinet, the control system cabinet, for each individual traffic signal along that corridor and putting all new technology and equipment in those cabinets. So with the exception of the signal heads, everything, and the mast arms and pole bases, everything will be essentially new along that entire corridor as far as the traffic signals are concerned.
The new system reads, adapts, and regulates the north-south traffic flow on South 84th. Thompson says this project is a great example of efficiency in government.
We've got multiple jurisdictions, multiple agencies that are working together. You know, 84th Street's a state highway. Currently, there's some things that are in the works currently to potentially relinquish that to the local jurisdictions, but nonetheless, you know, it's one of those things that we're all working together collectively to try to find a common goal of improved traffic flow between all of our communities.
Besides the practical and real-time elements to this project, there's the financial side.
To me, as a public works director, it's a savings to the city of Papillion and its taxpayers, and I would think that the other directors in the other jurisdictions feel the same way.
When it's all said and done, what should users of the South 84th Street corridor expect?
The hope is that it will decrease the amount of time that it takes you to get from one end of town to the other. You know, again, it's an adaptive system, so if there's an increase in traffic at those intersections, you know, obviously there's going to be some slowdowns, but the intent of the whole project is to improve the traffic flow efficiency from end to end.
The Papillion Senior Center holds a seminar focusing on scams and fraud targeted specifically at seniors.
When I started this practice about 9.5, 10 years ago, that was a very small part of the practice. So we would occasionally have someone that had been exploited or taken advantage of. I would say now it has probably grown to 25 to 30% of our practice, and that is just horrifying in the fact that with technology, the growth in technology, my elderly population, older citizens have been sucked into that wave of being exploited. And they are not savvy to the things that are going on. Where a young person may or may not see what was happening, my older people are not trained to watch for that. And so this is happening more and more, and it's just horrifying.
Giving the presentations is huge for Catherine.
Oh, it's extraordinarily important because I want to show my client that they're not the only one that this has happened to. There is a huge feeling of losing face. I mean, I know that that's not necessarily a term we use in Western society, but it has come into parlance in the fact that my clients feel diminished, they feel less in control of their own lives.
When this happens, the results are usually tragic.
The mortality rate for that senior over that immediate time after that goes way up because they feel frail. They will fall. They don't feel as though that they are in control of their situation, of their lives. They feel like they're going to become dependent on others. The money is a bad thing, but what it then does to their life and their life expectancy after that is almost worse.
The scam victim situation plays heavily into the emotional damage done.
Most of my clients are on a fixed income. So even if it is $50, $100, that may have been their discretionary spending for that month. That may have been their ability to go out to eat, to see friends, to save, to do any of those things that all the rest of us may take for granted. And that's taken away by somebody just in a blink of an eye, then they are losing that. So you've got to think about scale here. So what doesn't seem like a lot of money to people that are actively in their active working lives, to somebody on a fixed income, it is a lot of money. The other issue is that this is a segment of the population that came from a time when they may have worked for $1 a day. And so that $50 is more to them than it would be to somebody else who has worked for minimum wage or more for their whole working life. So it is both of those things at one time, I think, and I don't think people that are younger and getting a regular paycheck that they can supplement understand what that amount of money can even mean.
Next time, Catherine explains some of the scams and how to avoid being trapped.
Now that's what's happening around Papillion. There are lots of ways to stay up to date. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter and Instagram, or watch our YouTube channel. And of course, information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website, www.papillion.org, or just call the Mayor's hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.